Hi, my loves. Hi, my loves. Welcome back. Welcome back. You guys, if you've never been here before, first time seeing me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, and a paranormal investigator. I love all the witchy, weird woo-woo, anything, like, especially if it's paranormal, maybe slight edge of spooky. Mostly, what the fuck is going on here? I'm gonna be there. Yay! Just know you're gonna see me, all right? So guys, welcome. Come the fuck on in. Also, too, I feel very strongly about the current situation going on in the U.S. It is not good. It is quite terrifying. And I would just like to open this up by saying this week, and we'll get into the Astrofuckery in a minute, okay? I just want to open it up this week by saying, this is the week to stand up and fucking say something. This is a great week to stand up and fucking say something. Mercury is still in Aries, and this is stand up and fucking say something. Take action, okay? Whether that's calling your rep, whether that's talking to your neighbor, whether that's sharing shit online, whether that's going to the protests, all of that's really fucking important, okay? So make sure that you stand up, that you say something. Don't let this bullshit that's happening go by silently, quietly. That's what happened the last time this kind of bullshit was going on. And then, we had atrocities. We had atrocities in World War II, right? So we don't need that. We don't want it. And the more people that stand up and say something is less hopefully likely that something will go the fuck down. So with that being said, and you guys know where the fuck I'm at, come the fuck on in. This is a space where I like to pull 3 piles of cards, read you for filth about your week. But first I talk on something I call Astrofuckery. Hey, I like talking about the astrology going on up in the sky to see how the fuck it can help us in our week. How do we make this work for us? So if you guys are down with that, get down, come the fuck on in. Also, I just want to show you guys my shirt. It's awesome. Thank you to my friend Laura. They gave me the Resist shirt last week, and this one, I love you, Laura. Thank you, girl. This one says, I think you guys will like it, when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. Goddamn fucking right. So there's that. Hey. So hopefully if you guys feel that too, I hope that you do. I think it also too helps, hey, whoever the fuck this is, messages for, here's who the fuck I am. So if you don't resonate with that, please booty scoot on along, okay? If you do, come the fuck on in, baby. Do you know some of the things that they call me? Oh, there's a lot of names out there. Yay. You gotta be careful when I'm, okay? But the Duchess of Donuts, the Cuss Mouth Angel, the Tarantino Tarot. Whew, okay? So, know what the fuck you're getting into here. Let's get into the fucking Astrofuckery. All right? So this is where I just kind of talk about some of the astrology and some of the things I see going on with the week. I usually pull 1 or 2 things up so that we can deal with that. It seems a little bit more manageable when we got 1 or 2 things on the table that I feel like are the most important, that you guys would want the most. How do we make this energy work for us? Cheers. Okay? So this week I actually want to start off talking about, Mercury. I think it's sextiling Jupiter on Monday today. So I think today and tomorrow, this energy is really going to be, I think it's going to be gorgeous. So currently Mercury is in Aries and Jupiter is in Gemini. And so listen, man, when there's sextiling or there's some beautiful trines, sextiles, this is holding hands, frolicking through the woods, singing tra-la-la. Hey, we are working together. So it's a beautiful, these are beautiful aspects that are actually pretty easy. They're nice. There's a flow to them. It feels good. Okay. So with Mercury being in Aries, I don't think Mercury minds being in Aries. You can say whatever the fuck you want about it, but I think Mercury actually digs it. Mercury is this planet that likes to move quickly. Think about Geminis. Think about Virgos, especially their brains are constantly fucking going. They got 84 tabs open. If you cannot continue to keep up and speak quickly and bring the information, they are already bored. Okay? So I think Mercury kind of here being in the sign of Aries, another sign that gets bored quickly, that likes to move quickly, that likes to take action. Because not all the air signs like to take action. They just like to think, talk, communicate about it, okay? So with Mercury, thinking, talking, communicating is moving into a sign that also likes to take action. This is a beautiful indicator here to take action around what we're thinking and speaking about. Maybe also too, jump in 2 feet first into something, not thinking always, you know what I mean? Aries is known for that. And so maybe on the downside here, not thinking before I speak, maybe being too blunt, being nasty, people accusing me of being aggressive when I'm just saying how the fuck I feel. Welcome to being an Aries. Okay. I say hello and people are like, you need to calm the fuck down. On top of that, I have a Pluto complex on my sun. Like, actually, like, I got Pluto to my sun, my my rising and my north node. So I'm very plutonic on top of that. If you know, you know. So if you go deeper into astrology, okay. But I think that there's something here to be said around, you know, Mercury and Aries. I think for the most part, just being a fast talker, fast thinker. Let's fucking take action. I've had enough talking. It's time for fucking action. And I'm not asking permission. I'm not. So I also think too, Mercury being in Aries, I would beg you guys this week, give yourself permission. Give yourself permission. And especially as it's sextiling Jupiter here, Jupiter's the planet of good luck and gifts. This is expansion. This is moving on up. This is getting bigger and better. Okay. Now in the more difficult sense, you know, it's going to expand everything that it touches. So it can be the negative sometimes even our waistline. Okay. But I think with Mercury being in the sign of Aries, wanting to act, wanting to move, wanting to communicate. And I think Jupiter being in Gemini here, how funny, right? So we've got we got a little bit of we got a half mutual reception, you know, with, you know, Gemini being in the mix too. So I just think that it makes communication. I think it makes good luck come. It feels like it comes the fuck out of nowhere. This feels really good. Maybe also too, we find good luck when we ask for what the fuck we want and we take action on it. Holy shit. So the more that we're communicating with Jupiter and Gemini, the more that we're communicating, connecting, networking, all of this is beautiful on Monday and Tuesday. Please do the fucking thing. Say the thing. Have the fucking conversation. This is literally where the good luck comes from. And go and ask. The worst thing that you could hear is no. Right? And so then you find another way. You're getting a no. Don't take it personal to the best of your ability. Find where the yeses are and where you can take action on those yeses. But I do think this week, give yourself permission to just do the fucking thing and ask for what the fuck you want. This is also excellent for manifestation work right now too. So if you've got some manifestation work you've been wanting to do, baby, ask for it on Monday and Tuesday. You've been thinking about doing like a little sweet jar on yourself, Monday or Tuesday, babe. Take action on it. Make it titty shake to the bank. Make it fucking happen. Okay? Like, I really think this is good. I would make sure we're doing the sweet jars on ourselves. Blessings and thank you. Okay? I just make it, everybody's free will is involved. Okay? Whew. With that being said, I just feel like Monday and Tuesday are so gorgeous. And we've got this lead up to next week because next Monday is going to be a full moon in Scorpio. Besides a full moon in Pisces, I don't, and forgive me for anybody that's got a moon in Scorpio, I actually love you all. I think that you guys are deeply fucking intuitive, but there is an intensity with a full moon in Scorpio. And so I do feel like we're going to feel that building up this week. And then by the end of the week, Mercury moves into Taurus, which is going to be opposite the full moon. Okay. So it just feels like communication is going to get really rough by the end of the week leading up to that full moon, or something really difficult's coming through. So if we've got something we need yeses on, we need to take action on, let it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Get your butt booty scooting this fucking week. Make things fucking happen. Put it into a plan of action. Get fucking moving. Now, with Mercury moving into Taurus, this is a totally different jam. Totally fucking different jam. You know, this is where they say that, you know, Mercury is kind of in detriment here because it's so slow. And Taurus, it's so fucking slow. Taurus is an earth sign. You know, they really want to, and I think this happens on Saturday, okay? Where it moves into it like right before that full moon on Monday. So it's like fresh into, you know, Taurus, and then it just like, it almost slams on the brakes, to be honest with you, okay? So again, if we're looking for movement this week, have it at the beginning. End of the week is more like taking stock, processing, and I think too, kind of starting to have a plan here. What's a goal that we've got that we need to start working on? But Mercury in Taurus, from somebody that has Mercury in Taurus, you know, this is a difficult placement. It takes us longer to process things, to think about stuff, to really consider what the fuck is going on with something. But man, you better believe when we fucking say something, we have thought about it to the core of our being for the last 13 millennia and at least 4 other dimensions. We've all decided that's a yes, okay, or no. and all the energy's coming back to let you know. But it might be a year later. It might be 6 months. It might be after you think it's long past due, okay? I would actually like to say to you guys, you know, with Mercury being in Taurus, I would actually like to say during this period, motherfucking trust the speed in which you feel as though you need to get back to people, or take your fucking time. So if somebody's really serious about something, like, or at least I would say if they were talking to me about something, and this is also too why I think that I always say to you guys, look to people's words and their actions. Because Taurus being an earth sign here, we need to see it, smell it, taste it, touch it to know that it's fucking real. And so that can be difficult with Mercury here because it's all thoughts, it's ideas, it's communication, it's networking. On a positive end, there is a real groundedness and a comfort and ease. And traditionally, too, a lot of people with Taurus in the sign, you know, Mercury and Taurus natally, they're known for having beautiful voices or good singing voices. I'm not one of them. Yay! But soothing voices, just reminding you to, like, usually it's calming, it's relaxing, it's almost, there's almost like a motherly kind of feeling here, you know. I think with Mercury and Taurus. And so just reminding you, like, what do I love to say to you guys? Where the fuck are your resources? Remember, you are a fucking resource. And to reference yourself, you know, and to motherfucking trust yourself. No matter how long it takes, go to the beat of your own drum mentally. Okay? So you're going to feel the slowdown by the time this gets to the end of the week, okay? So again, this reminder and call, do the important work, ask for the yeses, do the fucking thing at the beginning of the week. By the end of the week, I think that things are getting a lot slower. A lot more information is going to be coming in, especially with the full moon bringing light to a situation, okay? And we'll talk about that. Even though okay, so next week I won't be here. I'll be camping. But I've got videos going up for you guys, but hopefully I can post something up about that full moon, okay? So that we can really sit down and kind of just discuss, like, at least some of my feelings on it. So I'll write a little something up and post it up for you guys before I head out camping, okay? But just know, with the full moon in Scorpio coming up next week, this could be a lot of feelings, a lot of important things are coming to the forefront. This is intensity, this is serious depth. And then with Mercury being in Taurus here, this is going to take us a minute to process. This might, you know, really having to sit with something and think about it all the way the fuck through. Does this thing make sense? Okay. And then also too here, like, mentally speaking, what do I find value in? What here piques my interest here with Mars and Taurus as well? So I just think, not Mars, Mercury moving back into Taurus on Saturday. Forgive me, guys. So I just think that this week is kind of choppy. Okay. The first part is very different than the last part. But I just think that, again, this lead up to the full moon in Scorpio is going to have people up in their feelings. This is going to be depth of feeling. This is going to be seething. We're going to find probably from Wednesday onward that we feel like we might be seething about something too coming up, okay? So if emotionally we feel like it, take a minute to sit down and process, talk with the therapist, talk with a good friend, make sure that we're having conversations this week that we're taking action on and that we're able to sit down and give ourselves the time to process, really think about something, take our time with something mentally, even a discussion. Okay, so again, if we got a boot scoot beginning of the week, and if we're ready to sit down and think about something, maybe even build a new plan, our communication styles could be switching up by the end of the week. And again, it's going to feel like maybe also too, it might be difficult to, like, come up with things to say or, you know, stuff to talk about. This is like, seriously, it's moving really fucking slow. Yay! But again, we're going to be more involved, like, what is actually practical, grounded, realistic? What the fuck is actually working? What is not? And so really looking at processes, looking at resources, looking at money, looking at, with Taurus here, okay? Think about, you know, that second house, our personal possessions, our physical body, okay? And so we might be having some ailments that are coming up or some physical side effects to what we're feeling here. Pay attention this week. It's a really important week that's going to give you indicators, especially towards the end of it, around where we need to heal. Maybe where there's still some pain, some anger, some rage that's still seething under the, you know, under the under the skin. And are we ready to take our time, process, look at this thing, and try to make sense of what the fuck is coming up, okay? Okay. I hope to God that was helpful. Just know that everything is going to be okay. Some of you guys might feel this so deeply. Some of you guys might not feel it at all. So just pay attention to where Scorpio is in your chart, okay? That's where we're going to have this full moon experience. It's good to know. And at least at the beginning of the week, really kind of tune into, with Jupiter in Gemini, like what makes you happy? Do you know what I mean? Like what expands your world? What information maybe do we need to get a hold of now that's going to help us get that yes? Do you know what I mean? But I just feel like this week we get the yes, and it's because of the actions that we took around it. Well done. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys, follow me to the next screen. We're going to pull 3 piles of cards and read you for filth, and I hope it resonates. Middle fingers for no, caw for yes. All right, see you guys in a sec. Hi, card pile number 1. You guys got actually some beautiful cards. Let's get the fuck into it, okay? It's going to be a quick read this week. I'm really trying to keep it to 10 minutes. We all know I'm not going to be able to, but we're going to try. We're going to try. I don't know why I'm like this, okay? I think I'm supposed to spend time with you guys. Maybe it's because I go into offshoots like this bullshit, okay? But, like, I'm supposed to spend time with you. My 10th house is in Taurus. So I'm supposed to spend time with you. I'm going to try to do my best to, like, go quick. All right, with that being said, I'm going to shut the fuck up and get to the point. Here's your cards. Your first one is the 7 of Wands. And then you got a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. Y'all got the motherfucking Star. Holy shit. All right. I love that shit. It's one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. I love the Star. Actually, I had one of my friends do a tarot series, and she put me as the Star. Holy fuck. I posted it like a couple years ago. So let me know if you guys want to see it again, because it's super fucking cool. Hey, never had anybody do that for me. If you guys are interested in that work and want to see like more from who I'm talking about, her name is Amanda McGahee. Shit, I wish I had her handle. Maybe I can put it in the description notes there so you guys can check her out. She is just so fucking gifted. She's an artist in the truest form. And so, like, she takes pictures and photos. She's just amazing. Check her out, okay? I think you can find most of her work and stuff on Instagram, so I'll just link it in the description. Look for her there, okay? She's fantastic. I love her. I love you, Amanda, okay? Hopefully she picks card pile number 1. Hey, with that being said, guys, 7 of Wands, whenever the 7 of Wands shows up, first of all, Wands, this is time to take action. Anytime Wands show up, they're asking us, you know, what are we manifesting here? I really find fire to be impulsive, powerful, passionate. It's going to talk about our power. Yeah, it's going to talk about our passion. Like, what kind of energy do we have for something? And if we don't feel like we got a boner for it, it ain't happening. Do you know what I'm saying? If I can't get it up, it ain't happening. If I can't get it up for the thing, then it ain't happening, okay? So whenever fire shows up, it's asking us, what actions are we taking around this? What are we manifesting? I also find that fire is very spirit-led and spirit-fed. And so are we listening to spirit here when we feel like we're being called to something? We've got to answer that call. This is incredible. Now, with the 7 of Wands and the number 7, look for these themes to come up around the 7th of a month, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 years. Wands moves the quickest. So I'm looking at days to weeks, okay? But also I'm going to reference these like the month. So I'm looking towards the month of July, okay? Now, the 7 of Wands is not an easy card. If you notice this right here, this person's fighting off, right? She's like, the fuck? The fuck? Okay? But there is a question here. Are they coming towards her? Is she going towards them? Are they following her or are they fighting? Do you know what I'm saying? So I do think that there's a little question mark in this, but I do think with the 7 of Wands shows up for me, this is like you threw me to the wolves and I came back the leader. You're a fucking idiot. Saying. I love this card. I swear to God, every time it shows up, I'm like, oh, you just need to whoever I'm reading for, you just need to hold the fuck on. Okay. So again, it just feels like something here. People are going to end up choosing you. We're going to see that you were right, that you were correct. People throwing you under the bus are going to turn around and be like, oh, fuck, she's the one leading the charge. You know? It almost reminds me of that, what is that, 21 Pilot song? Like the judge, like, oh, shit, you're the judge? Like, I'm fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like in the afterlife. So, just with the 7 of Wands here, you done fucked up, Aaron. and I came back the leader. I love the Seven of Wands too, because it's just talking about this, there can be, I don't love it for this point, but it can also talk about like gossip, adversity, just bullshit and crap going on, and just like fighting with other people and feeling like I need to take, well, it's asking you to take action around this. And so if we're hearing stuff or people are talking crap, it's like, just take care of your shit. Focus on your fucking thing and keep doing what the fuck that you're doing. Because let me tell you what, let me tell you, for somebody that's on the fucking internet, okay? Are you doing anything if you aren't pissing people off or people ain't talking shit, okay? So don't be afraid of like maybe some people talking crap about something. If you choose to go do something, I would say here with fire, powerful, you know, and you're worried about what people will think, like, I just don't want you to worry about that. I want you to focus on who you are, what the fuck you're about, and what you're ready to defend, stand up for. And may it be your fucking self, okay? I love the Seven of Wands, even though there's a lot of difficulty. I think, again, the point I'm getting to is that there's an empowerment here, okay? Through that difficulty, through that bullshit. And so, who the fuck are you? Do you remember? Do you know? Baby, if you don't know, now is the fucking moment. You got until July, okay? But at this point, like, we should know ourselves, and we're halfway through this suit. We're at a 7. We're almost at 10 is where it ends, okay? So at this point, we know ourselves. We're ready to defend our shit. We know what the fuck is up. We've got to take action here on something. Woo! And again, July might be showing up here. Now, the star. Whenever a major arcana card shows up, this is... can I also say this too with Wands? We might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius this week. We might be dealing with those energies, those fire themes, okay? So just side note. But with the star here, first that stands for the sign Aquarius, okay? So we might have Aquarius and Aquarius themes, Aquarius person coming up, all right? With the star here, it's a major arcana card, so major movement forward, major evolution. I think also major transformation. These major arcana cards talk about a huge, holy fuck, hold on to your tits moment that shows up in our life. And are we conscious enough? Are we present enough to make the best choice around what the fuck we need to do going the fuck forward? Okay. So whenever the star shows up, this is the premier card on healing. This is the premier card on hope. This is the premier card on renewal. This is gorgeous. This is also my card on the story arc or the work arc of someone that is healing, healed, healer. Okay, so there's a major healing journey that we're going on, but like a star in the sky, it's maybe we're just starting on this, maybe we're halfway through, but this is a fucking journey. And so this is a healing journey we've got to go on. Or maybe at this point within our journey, it's now becoming a healing one. And we're starting to recognize our ability here to take good care of ourselves. And that we are an absolutely integral part of our own fucking healing. To also have hope around healing. And or if we're dealing with any like health issues, healing is coming our way. Okay? I would also say too that this card, whenever it shows up, can actually talk about somebody becoming an actual star that can look like, you know, like you're meant to be on stage talking about maybe also too your own healing journey and something that you went through here that helps other people. Okay. So this star kind of contains a lot. It's good shit. It's a really beautiful card of hope and renewal and just remembering who the fuck you are. There's a future-oriented feeling to this. I'm on this journey, this epic journey, almost like a hero's journey, okay? Like where the hermit is more internal, it's kind of dark night of the soul. This journey is more like, holy shit, we're at least like we're coming into our healing. This is about our healing. We're ready for our fucking healing. God bless. Fucking right. Now, if we're looking for a yes or no this week, this to me would be a yes, okay? And especially if we're ready to stop fighting ourselves, we're ready to give into the healing journey, okay? For real, all right? Now, if we're looking around friendship, love, fart, and family, man, when I tell you that people either counted you out here in any of those categories within love, okay? Somebody has counted you out. Maybe there was gossip that came the fuck back around. It just feels like we're fighting off people. We're fighting off situations. Why is everybody fighting with me? Why won't they listen to me? Maybe also, too, you were talking about something that needs to be healed within a relationship, within the family, within a friendship situation. Maybe people were fighting you and telling you, no, you're full of shit. Shut the fuck up. You better hold on to your tutor and kudu, because I mean it when I fucking tell you that this is going to come back around and you were fucking correct. And that somebody does need healing here. Now, this could also mean there's a group of people coming towards you saying, baby, it's time to heal. So this might be some kind of intervention happening for some people this week. We might be doing an intervention for somebody else. Or again, maybe we said something a while ago. Maybe this was last July. We said something. Oh, you know what? The star, I didn't tell you guys the number on that. Star stands for the number 17. So look for these themes to come up around the 17th. But also 1 + 7 = 8. I'm looking at August. So July and August might be some real highlights here, okay? So this feels like to me that like there's some kind of, this can even reference back to last year, okay? But this feels like this is coming forward. This is coming up. Also, too, this person in the 7 of Wands is moving towards the left, okay? I'm sorry, I know I did towards the right. But for me, when I face it's moving towards the left, talking about the future, okay? So again, I just feel like here, these 2 card combos is like interventions, possibly. Maybe somebody here is a drinker, okay? And we got to help them. Maybe there's alcoholism, something happening here. And it's been nothing but a fucking fight. And we got to deal with this shit. We have to. There's some kind of healing journey here we have to go on within our relationship. Like, stop the fighting, bring in the healing and the hope. Because this is fucking nuts. Like, I just feel like, I almost want to say for some of you guys, it's very clear what the fuck is going on. And just because somebody doesn't want to see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay? God, that shit pisses me off. How? But also, too, let's remember, there's a time and place and period where we didn't want to face something about ourselves either. We didn't want to hear something either. So I can understand why somebody would be that way. But at this point, if this is involving a child, if this is involving other people, if this isn't, do you know what I'm saying? At some point, it's not just you, babe. We got to consider the other people around us. Do you know what I'm saying? And so this is affecting other people. There's something we got to heal here. This is not just about me and you or just about you. There's others involved here, and especially with Aquarius, the star. If you guys know anything about that sign, this is about other people. This is our communities, our groups. This is our hopes, wishes, and dreams in the 11th house, okay? And so I just, some of y'all, I do feel like, too, have been fantasizing that somebody comes back and tells you that you're right, that you were correct. I want to say for some of you guys, that person might not be coming back. You need to hear that, okay? That this person would rather fight until the day that they die than tell you that you were right. You need to know that, okay? For some of you guys. You need to know your person to know that. Wouldn't be surprised if they're an Aries, Leo, Sag. Or maybe even an Aquarius. Okay? But like, we'll be dealing with somebody that will take it to the fucking grave, okay? But like, I just feel like here with the 7 of Wands and the star, like, we don't want to fuck with that person anyways. That's not somebody that we can even be in partnership with. And so if somebody does this week decide to come back and say, hey, I'm ready to heal, or I'm really sorry for, about what happened, or you were fucking right on something, take it with as much grace as possible. Listen, nobody here's running for Jesus, so do what the fuck you got to do. Okay. But like, take it, I think, with as much grace as possible and be like, okay. And if it feels appropriate, it's time to heal. Now, if somebody's been abusing you and like saying stories that like were absolutely on another fucking level that were not the truth, you have no obligation to this person. Do you understand? I don't care how fucking sorry they are. If they actively try to tear down who you are to other people, or like, I don't know, say that you weren't real at what you do, or like you're full of shit, or whatever story they needed to create in order to make this look good on them, you need to make the best decision for you. But do you really want to welcome somebody back in that does that shit behind your back? Okay? And so whatever the fuck we heard this week, whatever the fuck comes through, and possibly too with that full, oh my God, you guys, this full moon. This full moon on Monday is going to be something extra, okay? So just this week, go slow, go steady. If we hear something, stay to the best of your ability, stay in your fucking lane and continue to keep healing. Your healing journey is going to show through this too. Who the fuck is healing and who the fuck is not. Okay? Ugh. Now, if we were wondering how somebody felt about us, my God. I feel like for some of you guys here, some people really fought off the feeling that you give them. Somebody here has fought off trying to be honest about the way that they feel about you. So I do think for some of you guys, people have been fighting their feelings for another person. Maybe you're fighting your feelings for another, but the healing and the connection and everything that you want comes through being honest, being forthright, shooting your shot, babe. Okay? Because listen, the reason I'm saying that is because what naturally comes after the 7 wands is the 8 of wands, and that's shooting your shot. Okay? So if we want to heal, we got to shoot our shot. We got to take a chance. We got to give it a try. And I think too, like, if you got something in your heart, baby, you got to say it. I want to say too here that for some of you guys, you bring hope to people, even though they fucking fight that shit. It pisses them off. Okay? This might even make some of your family angry and they're fighting or trying to actively tell people. This could be friends, other people, like trying to actively tell people like, you ain't shit. Or like, this person isn't what they say they are, but like, babe, you come through every time. Did people really think that they were going to be able to stop your fucking future? That's cute. That's fucking cute. Okay, so fucking remember that your future's set in stone. It's because you so molded it to fucking be. Nobody here has any power over your future. Nothing that they're saying is going to come to fruition. Also, on top of that, you just doing what the fuck you do is going to speak the fuck for itself. Okay? So whatever the fuck we hear, whatever bullshit is being spread about us, continue to just be yourself, because you and who the fuck you are will speak for itself. You don't need to go around telling people who the fuck you are. There's that. But yeah, I think that honestly, you give people hope. Some people might be giving into that. Don't be surprised this week if you've got some people that you thought didn't like you coming towards you this week and softening up to you. Okay. So just take that as you will, say what you want with it. Welcome in whoever the fuck you want and whoever the fuck is appropriate. Don't welcome in people that have actively tried to hurt and harm you and break you down behind your back. Do you hear me? Don't fucking do that shit. Please. Okay. Love yourself more than your fear of being alone. Love yourself more than worrying that you won't be a part of something. Do you really want to be a part of it if nobody here is cheering for you? Okay. Thank you. You deserve to be welcomed, celebrated, and loved wherever the fuck you go. Period. Okay. Anything else for love and relationships? I just feel like it might be a fight this week, or if there's a lot of fighting going on within the relationships, it's time to sit down and say, hey, couples therapy? Hey, therapy? Hey, healing? What the fuck is happening here? Because 7 of Wands is a fist fight. It really everybody's got sticks and they're beating the shit out of each other. Hey, this is not cute. It's really fucking not. And so, like, are we ready to heal here? Are we ready to stop the fighting? And are we ready to heal is the biggest theme around relationships this week. Okay. Now, around work and career, I think some people counted you out, babe. And you're about to make a comeback. I think July and August are going to be spectacular for work and career for some of you guys. Actually, for most of you guys, okay? And again, people counted you out, or people say they didn't want you on the team. People said, we can't work with them. Whatever the fuck that they were saying. I think it hurt. Whatever the fuck, being left out, being gossiped about, bullshit and fuckery happening, okay? But I think in some part, for some of you guys, I do feel like HR came towards us and talked about the issue, and like we've really sat down and tried to work on it, okay? Congratulations for some of you guys that were able to hear that maybe there is a problem and I gotta face this shit. Well done, okay? I do think that you're gonna be able to come back and show all that healing, all that work, fucking right. For some of you guys this week, it doesn't matter what you do, these people are against you. And I'm not going to lie to you, for some of you guys, it's a lot of jealousy in work and career. They see you as a star and they're pissed off about it. They feel like they should be the star. Why is there even a competition like that? Can't everybody be a star? Like, I don't know. That's just super high school. It's just very sad to me. Like, please, there's enough room for everybody. Okay? Like, also, too, I'm wondering for some of you guys, if you're thinking about maybe a huge part of work and career for you, you want to be a star, you want to be famous, and it's like, we keep getting these stories out, in the public sphere of like horrific, heinous things happening to people that are famous. They're doing horrific, terrible things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think some of you guys are starting to rethink about stardom, like being like in the spotlight. I think some of you guys are starting to rework and question, maybe even fight with yourself a little bit about, what do I see as that success? What do I see as, because I think for a lot of us, I don't care what category you're in for work or what you do for work, but like being famous, being on TV, being well known, that is somehow the indicator that you've made it, that you're amazing at your craft. And that's not always the truth. Okay. So I just feel like with this combo this week around work and career, this is kind of like re-looking at my relationship to fame, to stardom. Do I really fucking want this? Maybe I do this in my own way. Maybe also too, like, just fighting with yourself about it. What the fuck I actually want? Who the fuck is that actually for? If I'm just going in there to be famous, do you know what I mean? There needs to be something more in my life. What am I fighting for? What is important to me? Okay. I think that's really fucking important. I think also too, yeah, July and August are going to be awesome. I do, again, think for some of you guys, you got counted out. People didn't think you were shit. They thought your idea was bad, the whole 9 yards. But you still fucking said what the fuck you said. And I'm telling you, it's going to come back that you were fucking correct. This is incredible. So I just feel like with the stars showing up here, like this is such beautiful, healing, restorative energy and asking you to have hope around whatever the dire situation is, feeling like everybody's against you or nobody wants you as a part of the team. Or like a lot of this has to do with jealousy. A lot of this has to do with bullshit and fuckery. And a lot of this doesn't have anything to do with you, even though they're making it sound like it is. Okay? So continue to focus on you and what the fuck you're doing. And naturally, whether or not you become famous or you become a star is really up to what the fuck you decide. You understand that, right? So if you want to go, then take action if you want to. But I think that this week is really important to sit down and ask yourself, what is my relationship to that want and need in my life? Who am I actually doing that for? Who am I trying to prove something to? Do I really fucking need that? Do I really want it? And if the answer is still yes, then titty shake to the bank, babe. And don't give a fuck what anybody else is saying about it. It's not their journey to take. Do you hear me? Or they could take a healing journey, but if they're choosing not to, then that's on them. Okay? But whatever you do, trust where you're going, trust what you're doing. And if there's a call here this week to heal within your work or to do healing work, 2 fucking thumbs up. 84 thumbs up. Okay? Well done. You have every reason to have hope about the future within your work. Continue to trust where the fuck you're headed. Extra points if you see stars this week. Stars and hearts are signs and symbols from spirit for me that I'm in the right places, doing the right things at the right time. Okay? Okay. Now, if we're looking around health and healing, some of you guys have been fighting off the healing. Some of you guys feels like it's been a fight to heal. I can't seem to get healthy. I do think a lot of you guys cortisol levels are up, and I think that's a huge part of it. So your cortisol is up. You're absolutely depleted. Like you just keep fist fighting either people or sickness. But I promise you with the star showing up here, we are getting the healing. It is coming the fuck through. And the end of the sickness or feeling illness here should happen around July and August, okay? So maybe this is about this week, a huge part of the healing journey, healing and health is like getting those to the best of your ability because we are in a dumpster fire situation in the US, okay? Getting those cortisol levels down. Understanding that you've got this, there's a huge element of trusting yourself around what you feel the diagnosis or the best healing modality would be. Trusting yourself on that and getting into it. But baby, you need healing. If you got the healing card, you need healing. So go get to therapy. Go talk about, maybe some of you guys grew up in a really combative, angry fucking house. And we don't know how to deal other than being or giving ourselves permission to feel anything but anger. The root core is grief. So I just think that there's something here this week talking about therapy, getting into healing modalities, really cooling down, cooling off after all this fighting and fuckery. We need to chill the fuck out. You need to get your stress levels down. This is a root core to a lot of the shit that's going on with you physically, straight up. Okay? Also, last thing I'll say around health and healing. Some of you guys have been fist fighting, actually exercising. I'm sorry, but get out there and booty scoot. Move your body. This is for me too, okay? So even if it's gentle exercise or something here, start easing into it a little bit by little bit. We'll get you there, okay? Don't worry about what other people will think about you exercising. You're supposed to be in the gym. You're supposed to be on that track. That's where you're supposed to be if you're supposed to be exercising. So if people have an issue because like you feel like you're overweight or they feel like you're overweight, that's not your fucking problem from other people. Do you hear me? Because you're exactly where you're supposed to be. They can go fuck themselves. And if they don't want to watch you exercise and take good care of yourselves, they can turn in a different fucking direction and lick your butthole. If you got a problem saying that, let me know and I'll meet you at the Planet Fitness and I'll say it for you. Give me a reason. Hey, give me a reason, babe. But no more excuses. Get out there and heal in whatever modality is calling to you right now. There's something more with it. It's going to help you heal on a holistic level. So quit fighting the healing that's coming for you. Say yes to it. We might also be getting somebody else into rehab, healing here in some type of way. This person's been fighting it hard, but I think somebody's ready to heal this week, and this feels good, especially if this is around family, friends, somebody else that we care about, okay? So just tune in. Where do we need to heal? Quit fighting myself, quit fighting others. How do we work together to fucking heal? This is amazing. Okay. Woo. Guys, for anything else this week, motherfucking trust your healing abilities. Motherfucking trust that you are fucking right and that this is going to be proven to be correct. And if something here shows that you were not correct, take it with dignity and go get the healing that you fucking need. Don't be afraid to face yourself this week. It is the absolute key, whether you're right or not. Okay? Okay. And when the healing comes towards you, say yes. Please, you're ready. And you're worthy and deserving of it. All right? All right. You got this. You beautiful star in the sky. Okay? You got this. Oh my God. Card pile number 2. Could you have a more confusing week? Let's talk about it. Oh my God. All right, let's talk about it. All right, guys. Your first card is the 7 of Cups. And then your next card is a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. Y'all got the fucking moon. All right, let's talk about it. So whenever cups come up, this is going to talk about our emotions. It's going to talk about our feelings. This is going to talk about our intuition, and we better be motherfucking trusting it. Okay. Cups. Jesus. Cups can even talk about, like, there's a mirror effect with this too. And so it's kind of asking us about our relationships. Cups usually talk about relationships, and, you know, not only with other people, but with ourselves. Okay. And so the relationship that we have with other people or something happening within relationships, there's also going to be a mirror effect going on. So if you think somebody having a health issue is just for them, no, baby. Where are you too having, like, places in your life where you're going overboard or you're not paying attention, or do you see what I'm saying? And so there's a reflection thing going on within our relationships. There's a healing aspect being called upon. Our emotions are coming to the forefront, and we're being asked to trust our intuitive feelings on something. Okay. I find that water here too just asks us, like, what are we feeling? What are you feeling, babe? And so are we ready to be here in this moment so that we can make the best choice possible? Also too, with the 7s here, it's going to talk about 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 years. Cups move second to slowest. So I'm looking at weeks to months. Okay. Also too, I read these like the month. So I'm going to look forward to the month of July. This is probably one of the most confusing cards besides the moon. That's why I said, oh my God, you guys, this week. What's real? I swear to Jesus. 7 of Cups here is hard because what's real? And so 7 of Cups can be a lot of daydreaming. This can be a lot of dreams about what I want for the future, but I don't know what would be best. There's confusion. There might be delays and stuff here. Emotionally speaking, it just feels fuzzy, and I don't know which thing to choose. What is real? Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? After 6s, because we're at a 7 now, after 6s, that brings a rebalance. So when we get back into the 7s, we're kind of thrown off balance. We're asked to return to self again and say, hey, you got a situation, but remember this time, you're the magic, babe. You're the magic. So remember, you're in charge of this. What are you going to choose? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So again, it's another call to be here and present in this moment. This confusion can be really difficult. It's actually terrible, especially if you need to make a decision or you feel like you're not getting the truth or the full picture on something. Now, in a positive sense, the 7 of Cups here can talk about very powerful intuition, having prophetic fucking dreams. Your dream time is probably very important right now, and the moon's going to talk about those themes too, okay? So there's something important happening here where we got to make a decision, but not everything that glitters is gold. So how are we able to use our powers of discernment, especially when it feels like I'm not getting the information, seeing something clearly? We need our intuition here to speak to us, because we might not be able to trust what we're looking at and hearing. Okay? Now, the moon. Holy Jesus. Again, it's a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward happening in our life. Whenever these major arcana cards come up, they talk about these huge life-changing moments that ask us to be present. And they're saying, are you awake? Are you aware? Are you just floating in the ethers, letting life happen at you? Because that's not the point. Okay? So I feel like with the moon here, it's just this major arcana card is saying we're at kind of a crossroads, and are you ready to make a decision? Now, the problem with the moon is there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of illusion. There's a lot of fears, worries, doubts, freak out. This can even talk about, again, you're right, prophetic fucking dreams. So we're having a very powerful dream time. This card is a call again. It's literally like the higher octave of the Seven of Cups, okay? Where it's really saying to you, no, for real, you might not be able to trust everything you're hearing and seeing this week. Are you actually trusting yourself? What the fuck does your intuition say? And your dream space might be giving you the answers or showing you something prophetic here. Okay. So a huge call for card pile number 2 this week to use your intuition. If something feels off, baby, it motherfucking is. I don't care what it looks like on paper. I don't care what the fuck somebody's saying. If it feels wrong to you, it motherfucking is. And you gotta fucking trust that. Cheers. Also, too, the moon stands for the number, what did they put there? 18. So look for these themes to come up around the 18th. But 1 + 8 = 9. So I'm looking towards the month of September. So right now we've got 7, and we've got the month of July, and we've got the number 18, and we've got the month of September. Okay. Okay, that September 18th is a very important date to me. So that was beautiful. All right. Interesting. So if we were looking for a yes or no this week, I would say that this is a yes, as long as you're willing to trust yourself. How good is your intuition? How much have you been working on trusting yourself? If you're at the beginning stages, then I would say take a break this week, because everything that's showing up is going to feel super uber confusing. It's going to be really hard. You're going to need to sit down and think about this. Okay. Water moves second to slowest. We're not quick moving, fast moving. This is going to take a minute to emotionally process what the fuck is happening here. Okay. This would only be a yes if you're used to, have been working on, continue to work on trusting your intuition and yourself. Okay. Now, if we're looking around love and relationships, I think some of you guys, your dreams are telling you everything. So trust that spot. Okay. I also think too, with the moon and the 7 of Cups this week around relationships, I don't think we're going to be able to trust everything that we're seeing and hearing straight up. I think that there might be a lot of fear and worry coming in. Maybe also too, we've got some fantasies here that are mixed in with that too. Are we really clearly looking at a situation or a person? Or is this just a fantasy that we've cooked up about who this person is? So there might be a question mark this week around limerence with someone. Someone might be in limerence with us, or we might be in limerence with them. And if you don't know what limerence is, this is the idea of the person is way better than who they actually are. Okay. And so you've got this whole relationship, this whole thing cooked up in your brain, but we haven't had a solid answer. There's nothing real with the person actually. Like, this is all up in our head. Okay. So limerence is like being more in love with the fantasy than it is with the person. Okay. So we might be finding this week that like this is limerence with somebody, or somebody's in limerence with us, that this isn't real, you know? And so like a good question to ask yourself is, am I in an actual relationship with this person? If it's no, and you've got a whole world going on in the background, well, then we need to sit down and look up limerence and deal with it. Okay. For a lot of people, it's just the easiest way to have a relationship, because then usually this comes from trauma, childhood trauma. Okay. With the limerence issue, you know, it's easier to, or what they're so used to is yearning for that love, for that connection, that exception, or the, you know, being accepted, that they're so used to that because they never received that from the caregiver, that that's all that they know of relationships. And so limerence shows up as the only real that they've been taught connection within any type of relationship. And so it's unhealthy. It's not good. You deserve real, true connection, to be connected with somebody, not just yearn for someone. Listen, there's nothing wrong with yearning. Oh, everybody, I think, loves a good yearn. Yay! And to be yearned for. But when it's just about the yearning and it's not about the actual connection, we need to sit down and do the work. Where the fuck did that come from? And if that's a real issue in your life, baby, sit down, get some fucking therapy so that you can have real relationships. Because I feel like for most of you guys, if that resonates, you guys want a family. How do you think that's going to happen? You going to have brain babies? Or would you like to have real babies? You know what I'm saying? Or a real family, or whatever the fuck family looks like. Maybe it's just having dogs together, okay? So all that to tell you, like, you deserve something real. And so if all you're dealing with is these yearnings and the hoping for things, but like, go get the help. You fucking deserve it, okay? And that's not your fault what happened to you in your childhood, but you're an adult at this point and we can learn new ways of interacting. Coming from somebody that sees a therapist once a week, every week, and has been working on specifically relationship issues connected with my parents growing up, okay? So no judge. Now also too, some of you guys this week, oh boy, the moon can also stand in for family, home, mama. It's the card of mama, okay? And so this week, maybe there's some weird stuff coming up around mom. Maybe there's some information coming to the forefront and we don't know what to believe. Maybe mom might be talking shit about us. God damn it, I hope that's not right, okay? So for some of you guys where your mom's spreading bullshit and lies and just fantasy crazy shit, this is in an unhealthy way, okay? I'm just, from my heart, I understand and I am motherfucking sorry. I am. Because it feels as though you don't have control of that narrative. And who the fuck are they saying this to? What the fuck are they even saying? It just feels, this feels not good, okay? And so maybe also too this week, we're dealing with a mother figure or family figure here that might also, and we'll get more into that in the health, but might have dementia, Alzheimer's, ALS, MS. There's something going on here, mental health speaking, okay? And so we've got to deal with this. And is mama in reality? I also think too here around a relationship, something here might be coming to light that was secret, because the moon could talk about secret things kind of being exposed here. The Seven of Cups here, like maybe something secret gets exposed in somebody's dreams, or somebody dreams of the fucking truth, okay? So pay attention to other people's dreams, pay attention to your dreams this week. Something might be coming up here that exposes what the fuck is actually going on, when in reality waking, we're getting nothing but illusions and bullshit, okay? Yeah, again, something might be hazy or something might not be clear around family members this week. Again, somebody might be spreading lies or bullshit or a fantasy story, or something is not real here, okay? And so it just feels like there's some serious difficulty. But also, too, are we checking our fear at the door? Are we letting our fear and worry guide us here? Or are we letting our dreams around what it is that we truly want guide us, okay? Around our relationships this week. So I think that this would be, especially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, would be a great time to go and have a clarifying conversation with somebody that we know can, will, and is able to tell the truth. If we know this person is not capable of doing any of those things, and especially telling the truth, we do not engage. Do you understand me? This is not somebody we turn to look for the truth when they can't, won't, or are unable to. You know, you're no fucking dummy. I swear to God, some of you guys need to keep a journal next to your bed and be writing down your dreams and your intuitive shit this week. This is going to be popping off, okay? Don't be surprised, too, if some of you guys actually, in a positive sense, might be getting dreams of your loved ones this week. They might be showing up, visitations within our dream space, okay? Maybe there's a mother figure here or a family member that we're hoping to see, okay? So don't be afraid to call on them. Ask them to show up and be present. Give them permission to come into your dreams and to help you see clearly something or to help you with something, okay? Don't be surprised when those dreams comes up this week. It's fucking beautiful. But I think mostly, especially if you guys feel like you're making a choice around relationships this week, we're going to have to go on the way that they make us feel. How do they make you feel? No, for real though. Like, I know that they get you all hot and bothered for some of you guys, all right? They're really excited, but like, do we feel nothing but nerves around them? Because honey, that's actually a no. Butterflies are not a good thing. Do you understand me? That's your anxiety telling you, hell to the no, no. Hell to the no, no. Because love is peace. It's going to put you at peace. I mean, you would still be kind of nervous around the person, trying to get to know them and talk to them and stuff, but like, there would be a certain comfortableness. There would be an ease about being with that person. Real true love is peace and ease, honey. It's bliss. And if you're not ready for that, yeah, it's going to be boring. You're going to be like, the fuck is going on here? Do you know what I'm saying? So again, just another call this week. If we got some healing to do, get in there and get her done. We'll get more to that in the healing and health section, okay? But I just feel like this week around relationships, this is very fuzzy to see what the fuck is going on. We're going to have to reference, how do they make me feel? And here's the indicator. Do I feel replenished and full of life after I leave that person's energy? Or do I feel ready for a nap and I want the biggest Big Mac and milkshake afterwards? Do I feel influenced to do terrible things to my body? Do I feel totally drained? Do I not feel good after I hang out with them? Or do I feel rejuvenated and full of life and goodness? Trust your intuition, number one. And then two, trust the way that you fucking feel. Trust the way that somebody makes you feel this week. Because you're on point with that. Okay? Woo, my goodness. Extra points too about mom and family, home, and roots. Okay? This just makes me feel like there might be some shady shit or there might be some secrets coming to light about mom, family, roots this week. Okay, too. All right. If we're looking around work and career, I think some of you guys don't really know what direction to take next. You don't know which way to go. You're not sure which thing to choose, what you want to do. Intuitively, some of you guys feel kind of shut down here. You just feel like you're floating along right now. You don't really have a track to be on. I do want to tell you there is a track to be on. For some of you guys, there might be something here around like, maybe some of you guys are trying to move away from like the family work. It feels like this week, because if you notice, this chick in the Seven of Cups is not looking at the moon. Both the dogs here are looking at the moon, but her back is to it, okay? And so maybe we're trying to move out of a family-run thing. Maybe we're trying not to be the fifth locomotive operator in the family. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe we want to do something different. And so this week, this really calls about like, what do you actually want to do? What are your dreams, babe? And don't let fear and worry stop you here. You intuitively feel drawn towards something. You need to go, what do you do the most research about? Then you need to pull that thread and look into that and see if we can get a job doing that thing. Who the fuck said that? I read that somewhere. Man, I wish I could credit this person, forgive me, okay? Where the fuck I read that. But, like, it just feels like that just popped back up in my brain again, you know? So, what do you research the most? Pull that thread. Because that's the thing that excites you the most. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a dream there. There's something there. Pull that thread, okay? Okay. Also, too, some of you guys this week might be thinking about working with mother children in some way, shape, or form. Helping families in some way, shape, or form. There's a dream here that we're ready to pursue. Maybe here by July, we're ready to start booty scooting on this thing. We've been dreaming about it for a hot minute. Maybe for like the last 7 months to 7 years. Okay. Because that's a bummer if you've been sitting on this thing. Like, baby, it's your dream. Make it happen. It's never going to be a good time. It's never going to be the perfect time. It's never going to be the right time. Ever. Do you fucking hear me? And so a huge part of this administration right now is making sure that we're all in fear, that we're not doing what we love. We're not letting joy guide the way. Because there's horrific things happening, right? And so here's a gentle reminder with card pile number 2 this week. There are horrific things happening in the U.S. But at the same time, don't let them take away your joy. Don't let the fear guide you here. Let your joy and what you do want and what you want for people around you and what you want in your own life to fucking guide you here. Do you hear me? Please and thank you. Okay? So pursue your joy. That's the best way to shove it to the man. Okay? I want to say too here around work and career. Some of you guys, yeah, just don't feel like we have. Maybe there's something here about going back to your childhood. What did you guys pretend to be when you were a kid? I think that there's another thread here that we can pull if you feel lost right now. What did I always play pretend? Maybe it's time to do that fucking thing. Okay? There's that. Anything else for work and career? This just feels as though, be careful what you choose this week. Be careful what thing we're choosing. Is this really what we want? Ooh. Did you guys just hear that thunder rolling? I'm going to take that as a thank you, Zeus. Thor, my bad. Hey, I hope it's Thor. Shit, is Chris hearing me? I hope it's Thor. Okay, I hope you don't hear me. All right to say, if you came to my front door, I'd be like, boop, guess I'm going to Valhalla. Okay, extra points if Thor shows up some way this week, or if thunder and lightning are important to you in some kind of way, okay? Take that as a sign. So this week, really please, truly follow your hopes and dreams here. If I got a question, pull the thread around what did I want to be as a child? Also, too, I might be trying to get out of the family work. Might be trying to do something different here. Try something new. What is my actual dream? Okay, but you got it this week. This is also a part of the journey. So being a little uncomfortable, not knowing where I land, trying some things. Don't be afraid of that. Just don't delude yourself. Okay? For some of you guys, let's just get into health and healing. Some of you guys this week do not need to listen to the advice that your mother is giving you. It is not good. For some of you guys this week, I am really actually worried about a mother figure having Alzheimer's, dementia. Like, she is not doing well. There's a mother figure that is not here. And I'm worried about it. It's either starting to get worse, or we're really starting to notice it. I just feel like people are covering it, or people are scared and they don't know how to deal. Okay? But like, babe, we need to get her help. We need to get her support. I know it feels like, where do I even start? What do I do? Okay, that's getting her to the doctors, making sure that everything's okay, talking with the doctor there, and then getting recommendations about where we go next and what we do. Find the information. Maybe also too, asking in spirit, a loved one in spirit, to come and help you, tell you where to go. Let your loved ones in spirit guide you. Show you a sign signal out in the world or through your fucking dreams. Something that you remember, okay? I just feel like here around health and healing, we got to help somebody here. There's also a huge call here with the moon. Babe, some of y'all have some serious motherfucking mama trauma, mama drama. And y'all need to sit down and deal with that shit, because it is affecting your relationships. You don't even know what you want. You don't even know who you are. Some of you guys were just made to be an extension of mother. So some of you guys had to deal with a narcissistic mother here that did not give a fuck about you and who you are and what the fuck you're about. And you need to heal around that. Thank you, Thunder. Thank you, Thunder. Okay? So don't be afraid of that work this week. That's not your fault what happened here, but it is fucking up your relationships, my darling, my love, and especially the one with yourself. Because if you don't know you, you're just at the behest of anybody that shows up in your space telling you what the fuck to do. Who is it? Gary Lewis or something? That was like, this is your world. You create it, or somebody else is gonna. Fuck that noise. Okay. Fuck that. Although I do want to say, for a very small group of you guys this week, some of you guys might actually be doing something here in honor of mother, okay? Whether we're going into that work, whether we're just like thinking about the way that she lived. Maybe some of you guys here had a really good, beautiful mama, you know? And so we've just really been missing her. I'm telling y'all, talk to her. Give her permission to work on your behalf. Give her permission to show up for you, to bring you signs, to bring you dreams, to have these moments where you're feeling her again. We're an important woman here, maybe in spirit, okay? So I just feel this week around health and healing. Deal with the mama trauma. Go get therapy, please. We might be helping a mother or a family figure here that might be having Alzheimer's, dementia. Maybe there's just issues going on here. Maybe here somebody's drinking, okay? And so we need to deal with the issue. We need to deal with it. And so how do we do that in a way where everybody's conscious, we're not letting fear guide the way, and we're showing up for everybody? It just feels like maybe there's an opportunity this week also too, if we feel called. We might be going to rehab. Somebody else might be going to rehab in some type of way. Just loving, supporting, showing up, and reminding the person that you've got this. You're not alone on this journey, okay? But we need to be realistic about what's going on. We need to see something clearly for what the fuck it is so that we can get the proper care support for whatever the fuck is showing up health-wise. Also, too, last thing I'll say, some of you guys might be having issues around the heart, the breasts, the lungs. Go get it checked out, please. Also, to your lymph nodes. Make sure that they're doing okay and they're draining properly. Thank you. Some of you guys just need to cry. I really fucking mean that, okay? So there's something here, too, about facing our grief, and stop distracting yourself. Face your fucking grief, okay? And face your fears so that we can face them and work through them. Guys, for anything else this week, just be as realistic as you can. And if you can't, or it feels like the situation isn't giving you the information or clarity, what the fuck is your body telling you? And so if we've got butterflies, or it feels like we're about to shit our pants, or there's bricks in our stomach, or our right tit feels heavier than our left, that's a no. Okay? That's a no. And you need to fucking listen to that. And so what is our body telling us? What is our intuition telling us? What are my feelings telling me? It just feels like something is funky, something is off, and I can't fully trust what I'm seeing and hearing this week. So intuitively speaking, I'm going to know whether or not. I think for a lot of you guys, it's in the stomach, because that's what's acting up for me right now. So like, feeling in your stomach, what the fuck is happening, and trusting yourself. You motherfucking got this, okay? You got this. And when and if dealing with a mother figure around some of those mental health issues, problems, like, be realistic, be clear, get the information, get them to the doctor. That way we can get the referral about where best to help them, okay? You guys got this. It's going to be okay. Hi, card pile number 3. You guys got some interesting cards. Everybody got a Major Arcana card this week. So I think everybody's going to be having a big week leading up to this full moon. It really fucking feels that way. With that being said, next week on Monday is that full moon. We got the Two of Wands. Girl, where your panties at? I'm jealous of that hair though, babe. It's almost under your booty. All right. And then you guys got the Major Arcana card, Strength. Talk about major education. Maybe major education for some of you guys. Major movement forward, major evolution. This is like just major transformation in our life, okay? And so we're at a crossroads. What are we ready and willing to do here? All right, with that being said, Two of Wands. Whenever wand shows up, guys, this is fire. This is exciting. This is our passion, our power, our energy. Two of Wands here really kind of talks about, or whenever wand shows up, it's fire. And so it's very spirit-led, spirit-fed to me. It's kind of asking us, what are we doing? What are we manifesting? Are we taking action on it? Because you're called to take action. I also see fire is very spirit-led and spirit-fed. And so spirit's calling us to something. Are we hearing them? Are we answering back? Are we taking action on that thing that we know what the fuck we got to do? Okay. Now, with fire being so active and saying take action, Two of Wands is actually one of the few cards that says sit on your hands for a second. Okay. I love that though. And with the number 2 here, look for these themes to come up around the 2nd of a month, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 years. Fire moves the quickest, so I'm looking at days to weeks, but I also reference these like the months. So I'm going back to the month of February. Okay. Now, Two of Wands here is going to talk about having to make a choice, and we're looking at 2 different possibilities and options. Now, they're both fruitful. If you look at her, she's holding like the 2 sticks, but she's holding on to one of them. She's hoping for one of them. They're both fruitful. They're both abundant, but like there's one here that we really want, but we're kind of like weighing those options. What really makes sense? Now, she's not looking at us. She's looking in the distance at the 2 sand dunes in the background, talking about like obstacles, the journey. Like there's going to be some difficulty here, but there's 2 dunes. And so both ways are going to be difficult. Which way is really fucking speaking to us? Which way gets our power and our passion going and makes us want to take action? Pull that thread. Okay. But right now, or at least maybe since February, we've been sitting, or maybe the 2nd of a month, we've been sitting down and really kind of deciding what these 2 options are in front of us. 2s are also going to talk about partnerships. They're going to talk about truth, equality, fairness, balance. There's almost a level of justice here with 2s. Okay. So I just feel like with the 2 of Wands here, the best justice you can do yourself is sit down, take your time, and really think something through. Because the next step after the 2 of Wands is the 3 of Wands, and we got to start getting our resources together and taking action on it. But if we don't know what we actually want, and we're pursuing something that we don't actually want, it's never going to be fruitful. Do you understand that? So go towards what the fuck is speaking to your butthole, babe. All right? If it's puckering, that's a yes. Okay. At least in a positive sense. All right? If you don't like your butthole puckering, did it make your nippy noops? Nope. If that's a yes, and it made him stand at attention, that's a fucking yes, okay? Now, for the Major Arcana card, we got Strength. Again, these Major Arcana cards, we're at a crossroads. Which way are we choosing? I think Strength here stands for itself. We all get it whenever Strength comes up. But this is, understand that Strength is like the inner stuff that we're doing, okay? So this card talks about drama, conflict, bullshit going on, okay? But in the midst of that, having the strength and the courage here to really know ourselves, do what the fuck is best, maybe heal something here, stand powerful and stand strong in some kind of knowing, understanding, whatever the fuck is going on, okay? Strength here, too, is going to stand for the number 8. So look for these themes around the 8th of a month, but I'm also going to reference August, okay? And so with Strength here, maybe you're a Leo. Maybe we're dealing with Leo and Leo signs. Maybe Virgo, because that's also in the month of August, okay? But we see a line in the background, so I do feel like we might be dealing with Leos here, all right? And with the 2 of Wands there, we might be dealing with Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This might be a very heavy fire week for some of you guys, okay? Both in the energy and maybe some of the people. But with Strength here, I mean, this is such a beautiful card. There's a sun in the fucking background. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you guys can see it. So there's something here about knowing oneself, having the confidence in oneself, no matter what the fuck is going on. Trusting and having pride in who the fuck I am and what the fuck I am about. So a gentle reminder when Strength card comes up is remember who the fuck you are. You are royalty, my love. Don't let anybody treat you like anything less. And certainly don't you treat yourself like something less. Do you fucking hear me? Period. This would also be a great time too with Strength to like literally start like lifting weights, strengthening the body. Let this be a holistic healing, especially with the sun in the background talking about healing and health. And so like, just motherfucking trust yourself whenever strength comes up, and strengthen yourself internally so that we can have real, true strength, not the bullshit facade. Please and thank you. Now, if we were looking for a yes or no this week, to me, this would be a yes, as long as we have the strength here to choose what we're really fucking passionate about. If you'd rather keep not telling yourself the truth, or going after something that's just a sure bet, or it's just whatever, it's easier, it's the devil, I know. This is having the strength and the courage to go after something that you really are passionate about, period. Building up the confidence in oneself that we can go out there and present ourselves in whatever way possible to do what the fuck we want to do, period. Yeah, no if you want to keep hiding. No if you'd rather just keep deciding. No if you... This is a great week. Yes, for hair. This is a great week for hair. Especially if you want to go get your hair done. Your hair did, your hair died. Go get your hair done for a lot of you guys. Holy Jesus. All right. Now, if we're looking around love and relationships, some of you guys might be choosing between should I stay or should I go, and having the strength here to know which one you want to do. Some of you guys might be choosing between two people, having the strength here to know who actually speaks to your heart and soul. Extra points if they're a Leo. Holy Jesus, or a fire sign. Some of you guys here around love and relationships. Strength can even talk about like the pride or the family. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of you guys are choosing, maybe some of you guys are choosing a partner based on their family. That's interesting. And so look to the strength of the mother on this one. Do you guys hear me on that? If you're doing that around your partners, look to the strength of the mother and let's see, is she a good healing entity? Or is she absolutely the most terrifying hoe beast you've ever met in your life, okay? So if she's a terrifying hoe beast, walk away expeditiously. And especially if the partner to you is enmeshed with that, okay? Now if they're not, and the mother is awesome, amazing, beautiful, cool, actually shows the fuck up, she makes you feel good in your body too, you're not scared around her, okay? Then I would say pull that fucking thread. Look to the strength of the mother within the family. Okay? For some of you guys this week. A lot of you guys say, why didn't you look towards the man? You know, with the lion here. Well, because the one that actually gets the food and takes care of everybody is the females in the pride. Do you watch Animal Planet? Okay. I feel like for some of you guys too around relationships this week, I really just feel like the biggest fucking message is have the courage and have the strength to choose the path, to choose the person, to choose the family that actually builds you up, that strengthens you, that makes you feel passionate about yourself in life, that are passionate about you and want to be involved with you, that this is reciprocal and reciprocated. Okay? And I think too, don't be afraid to face some of the things this week. Okay? Because with that girl with her booty towards us, okay? But like, baby, where your undies at? Okay? I know I keep saying it, but like, where your undies at, darling? Like, it just feels, don't be afraid to face something and face your choices this week and to face what you actually want. So I feel like for some of you guys, you just need to give yourself permission and to find the strength and the courage and the confidence to choose what the fuck you want. You have permission. Go do it. Go be with the person. Go do the thing. Say yes to yourself. Okay? Really weigh your options, and then when you know what the fuck you want, motherfucking take action on it. Period. Say the thing, do the thing, be the thing. There's that. All right, around work and career this week. This is interesting. Some of you guys might be deciding between two different jobs. I definitely feel like one of those jobs you would prefer more. One of them is going to play to your strengths, or choose the job that plays to your strength of who the fuck you are. Okay? I also feel like too, if we've been waiting for a job since February, maybe, I feel like no later than August we're getting a job here. Okay? And I know that feels like terrible for some people to wait until August. Or maybe around the 8th of a month here, maybe between the 2nd and the 8th of a month, it should be coming up. Again, Wands moves the quickest. Fire moves the quickest, so I do feel like this is going to be quick. Okay, so I'm hoping more between the 2nd and the 8th of a month than having to wait all the way till August. I hope not, okay? But again, I do feel like I have the confidence, have the power here to recognize that maybe there's some choices in front of me, job-wise. Am I ready to choose something that actually speaks to my heart and soul and gives me the confidence here to go out in the world, to be seen, to be heard, to do the fucking thing? Some of you guys are thinking about going into theater, going into the performing arts, in another dimension. In another dimension, in another lifetime. I'm an actress. I would have loved that shit if it wasn't for my stage fright. That was so fucking atrocious. I'm still working on it. It's a confidence issue. Holy fuck. And that's what I'm getting to. Okay. So for a lot of you guys this week, around work and career. Now this is where it switches up on the parent. If you're having confidence issues and you feel like it's hard for you to be seen and heard in front of a group of people, baby, you got daddy problems. You actually got father problems. And so it just brings me back to the pride and the line within the pride. Where the women do all the work, they hunt, they take care of the babies, and the men literally sit around and fart and they fight each other. They eat, they have sex, they fight each other, and they sleep. It's not fantastic. So, like... I just feel like this week, okay, around the Strength and the Two of Wands, around, you know, work and career and stuff, if we're having problems being seen, being heard, having the confidence, going after what we want or to choose what the fuck we want, there's a serious father root issue. And maybe father didn't show up. Maybe father was lazy. Maybe father let mother handle and do everything. This is where we learn the confidence from. Okay, we learn value of ourselves from mama, and we learn confidence in oneself from father. And so if father was insecure, didn't take care of his confidence issues, like sat around, was lazy, didn't do anything, didn't take care of shit, let mom take care of everything, like just didn't show the fuck up, like we've got to deal with that. Okay. And so just recognize here that there's a deeper root core. And then if we're able to go to that and uproot it and heal through that, there's a chance here that we'll be able to be seen, to be heard, and have the confidence. That's the point. Okay. Actually, I don't think there's a possibility. I think it will. And I think the more that you tune in and take care of that and you're honest with yourself about it, and you face where the core root of that's coming from, I think it's going to be much easier to pursue what the fuck you want, because you're able to give yourself permission. Because you have the confidence to know that you can handle whatever the fuck comes your way, period. So especially around work and career, make that choice wisely. What am I choosing? What am I going towards? Do I have the confidence to do what the fuck I really want to do? Am I ready to start working on that so that I can do what the fuck I really want to do? And is there a root core issue here around father and that relationship here? You know, am I ready to start working on my own confidence, problems, issues, so that I can be seen and heard and really just kind of shine wherever the fuck I'm supposed to be right now? Because that's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Extra points again, if we wanted to go into theater, if we want to do performing arts of some sort, if we want to help other people with their confidence, if we want to boost other people up, if there's some kind of rehabilitation work we want to do here, helping, healing, guiding others, maybe that feel lost too. Maybe helping other people, you know, with their father, deep-rooted father issues, talking about the deeper roots here. Helping, again, just helping people with their confidence. Exercise. There's something here with the heart too, okay? Helping people, maybe being a heart surgeon, heart doctor, helping people follow their hearts, okay? 2 thumbs up. Also 2 thumbs up if you're thinking about doing creative work, being seen, like, you know, like a content creator or something here. This is incredible. Make sure that we're choosing the category or the things that we want to content create on. Turns out you're more successful when you're doing what the fuck you like. Who knew? Okay. All right. If we're looking around health and healing, some of you guys have got to get your heart checked out this week, please. I do feel like this might be an issue that comes down the family line, okay? Since we're dealing with mom and dad this week, possibly, with the Strength card. There might be something with one of your valves here, or 2 of the valves in the heart. This might even be talking about, for some of you guys, the esophagus and the heart. Heartburn, I don't know. It feels like this goes down to the stomach somehow. For some of you guys, there might be an issue of an ulcer. Maybe you have colitis. I can't ever say it right. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe this is GERD. Maybe this is, maybe if you're taking GLP-1s, this is, you know, those sulfur burps, the nasty shit going on, okay? And so this is affecting our heart, maybe even our breathing here too, okay? So just make sure that we're taking good care of that. We're taking good care of our system with the sun in the background. This is excellent for healing. Maybe we've got 2 different issues that we need healing on right now. And are we ready to do that work, get in there, take action on it? Talk to somebody that's going to defend us and show up for us like defend us like a lion. Do you know what I'm saying? Or go to bat for us, you know, and really just like stand up for us and what the fuck we need. I feel like for some of you guys, there might be a glow up coming. I feel like for some of you guys also to go get your hair done, cut, dyed, like go get your hair did. This is going to make you feel so much fucking better. Okay. For some of you guys, I need to go get my hair fucking did. It's like down to my butt at this point. Actually, just like the 2 ones. So I just think that for some of you guys, go do beautification stuff this week. This is going to help you. Maybe while we're doing that, it'll help us to kind of think about what we're doing. Also, too, I think like getting our hair done is going to give us a different perspective or the way that we see ourselves and give us a little more confidence. So there's some connection between the hair and our confidence too this week, okay? But also, I just think mostly you guys check out the heart because that's what the strength Leo stands for, is the heart, okay? With that double Leo here with wands, like I'm just a little worried about the heart, worried about the valves, worried about the esophagus, the chest area, the heart, the lungs, the breasts themselves. Let's just get those spaces checked out, okay? But again, I feel like with the sun in the background, everything's going to be okay. We got 2 options that we can choose here, 2 paths. One of them is don't do anything and fucking die terribly. No, thank you. Or how about we choose to do something, take action on this with wands, and then we get the growth, the healthy, the whatever the fuck we're going for here, okay? Getting back on track. This feels good. Once we know what we want around our health and we make that choice, Thundercats go. Really fucking meant that. Yay! Again, with this reference here, possibly to the 2nd of a month or February, and then again to August, possibly the 8th of a month, okay? This feels good. I'm not worried about y'all's health. I'm not. For real. This is just like, as long as you're taking action around it and you're choosing what you really want to do around your health, as long as you're being honest with yourself about what the fuck you want, have the confidence to say yes and go do the thing. Want to dye your hair seafoam green? Go do it, girl. Or guy, or they. Like, go fucking do it, all right? Live your best life. Guys, for anything else this week, have the confidence in yourself to know what the fuck you want. Have the strength in yourself to know what the fuck you want. Like, literally start lifting weights, babe, if you need to, okay? Especially with health and healing. The more strengthened you are physically, the more you're going to feel even better internally. And then hopefully if we're getting therapy here, there's also a mental strengthening too. So it's just like, this is a holistic kind of healing this week. Are we ready to do the mental, physical, inner work? Are we ready to choose that for the glow up that we've been waiting for the choices, the opportunities, I think, like, the future that we know that we fucking deserve? Are we ready to start booty scooting towards that? Because it just feels like this week, it's giving us the strength and it's giving us the options. And so are you ready to work on those confidence issues so that you can move forward? Because I think a lot of this for you guys about moving forward, making choices, doing the thing, it comes down to your confidence. And so if you don't deal with that root core father issue, like, babe, just do the fucking thing. Stop doing everything but therapy. Okay? But on top of that, take good care of your physical form. Start strengthening your physical form, your mental space, and your spiritual space. Okay? This is all going to come together beautifully, and I think that you're going to have a phoenix rising from the ashes moment. Go get your hair did. It'll make you feel more beautiful. Okay? And I think, too, it'll help you kind of decide what the fuck you want in a weird way. I'm proud of you guys. You motherfucking got this. Let me know how the fuck this was for you, okay? Any and all feedback helps me to grow. I love you guys, and I will see you out there. Let me know how it was, and yeah. If you see Sasquatch, tell him I said hi, okay? Tell him to get over himself. All right, love you guys. Bye.